Am I being detained, guys?
No, I'm just asking you questions.
Am I free to go?
No.
No, not at the moment.
So I'm being detained? Am I being detained?
You are being detained for questioning, yes.
Under which law?
Under the policing law. If you refuse...
Under what?
If you refuse, I simply arrest you, not a problem. The
Under
police
which law?
station's right.
You're watching Operation Audit, where we call out police overreach and hold officials to account. Today's breakdown features footage from Auditing Britain. Their link is in the description, so be sure to support them and watch the full video. This incident takes place outside Kidderminster Police Station, and what unfolds is nothing short of shocking. A plainclothes detective appears unsure of the law she's enforcing. Counter-terror powers are invoked simply because someone is filming. A request to contact a dependent is refused, and the individual ends up held in a cell for 5 hours without being charged. On top of that, officers are heard relying on legislation that hasn't even been valid since 2010, and it gets worse. This same police force had already lost a legal case to the very man they've just detained. This might be one of the most troubling examples of policing we've covered so far, and that's not something we say lightly. Stay with us, because this situation unravels in a way that's hard to believe. Let's take a closer look.
Hi. I noticed you were following me. Is there any reason?
Is there a reason why you're filming?
Yes.
Okay, what's that then?
Why are you following me?
Why are you following you? Why are you filming?
Sorry?
Why are you filming?
Police officers.
Police officer, yeah.
Shoulder number? I didn't see it. 1527, and you are?
I'm also at the police station.
Shoulder number?
Why are you filming?
Shoulder number?
Why are you filming?
Shoulder number.
That's the question.
Are you a PC?
No, I'm a DC.
I feel like you're a DC, so you need to give me a shoulder number.
My collar number's 926.
Thank you. Is there any reason why you're following me?
Is there any reason why you're filming?
Yes.
Okay.
But why are you following me?
Because you're filming.
Because I'm filming,
you're
you following
filming
me?
the police station, yes.
Anybody that films you just follow them?
He was filming the police station, yes.
Why?
Right from the start, the officer practically gives the game away. The only reason they decided to follow him was because he had a camera. That's it. No report over the radio, no member of the public raising concerns, no indication of any crime taking place, just someone recording in public. And that simply doesn't meet the legal threshold. Under Pace Code A, suspicion has to be based on clear, objective facts, linked to a specific individual and a specific legal power. It can't be vague, and it definitely can't be built on assumptions. The case of O'Haravief, Chief Constable of the Royal Ulster Constabulary, 1997, makes that crystal clear. Suspicion must go beyond a gut feeling or personal bias. Filming a building on its own is not grounds for suspicion. It's a lawful activity, plain and simple, and treating it as anything else shows a fundamental misunderstanding of the law.
Because we don't know why you're filming the police station. You filmed from the rear, and now you film from the front.
Sir?
So is there a reason why you're filming the police station?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell us the reason why you are filming?
Do I have to give you that reason?
You do, yes.
Do I?
You do, yes.
Is that a law? I have to give you that? Or?
I'm asking you, politely, why you're filming the back of the police station and filming the front of the police station.
So if you're asking me politely, I don't have to tell you, really, do I?
I'm asking you why you're filming.
So because of that, you just followed me all this time? You know, you caused me alarm and distress with all this following.
Me alarm and distress because I work
Am
in
I?
the building. I want to know why you're filming it. And my uniform colleague here
Ah,
will
yeah.
speak to you.
So,
Yeah, these two ladies just they've been following me for quite a while.
So we've been told that someone, matched your description, has been walking around the police station, filming the cars.
Well,
The
I
reason
kind
for
of
that?
I came once.
Came once where?
I walked from that way and I just came and it's just
Have you been around the back of the police station at all?
the back.
Yeah.
I came from that way, yeah. Whatever I meant. You tell him what I.
The back being Broomfield Crescent.
Is that what it is?
Broomfield Crescent, yes.
Okay, and I walked all the way.
Where the blue gates are,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and we're police officers.
All
We're
right.
walking around and we saw you filming from Broomfield into the backyard.
Okay.
We've then followed you around here and you
Yeah.
continue
So
to
whatever she said, yeah.
film at the front of the police station.
So you have been around the back there. Is there a reason why?
Inside, I didn't go inside.
It
No.
doesn't matter inside, around the back.
Around the back
Yeah.
on public land.
It's not public land, it's
It was the road.
It was public land. I did not go to the back. Let's make it very clear. So
is
public land.
Is
I was.
there a reason why you're filming through the back gate?
Is there any reason?
Yeah, is there a reason?
Yeah, just to film.
To film what? What's
Just making a video of the police. That's it.
and what's the? Where would you put the video? What's it?
Am I being detained, guys?
No, I'm just asking questions.
Am I free to go?
No.
No, not at the moment. 'Cause I
So I'm
just
being
asked
detained?
Information from
I'm
yourself.
asking you questions.
No. Am I being detained?
Well, asking questions about why you're filming.
And I just told you. I just told you. Matters of public interest. I'm making a video over the police. Am I being detained?
You are being detained for questioning, yes.
Which section?
This is something everyone watching needs to be clear on. In UK law, detention isn't just a casual term officers can use however they like. It's a defined legal status. The moment you're not allowed to walk away, you are detained, full stop. It doesn't matter if they dress it up as a friendly chat or say they're just asking a few questions. Those words mean nothing legally. What matters is one simple point: are you free to leave or not? If the answer is no, then all the legal protections of detention kick in immediately. That includes your right to be told what power is being used, the grounds for it, and your right to remain silent. Too often, officers rely on relaxed, conversational language to keep people engaged when in reality, that person is no longer free to go. So before you say anything at all, ask the one question that cuts through everything. Am I free to leave? Their response will tell you exactly where you stand. Law.
Can you detain me, Oda?
I have just watched you walk to the front of the police station and film inside that police car.
Correct.
Okay? So we are asking you why you are doing that.
I need to tell me which section you detained me under.
No, I've given you enough.
No.
You've got 2 uniformed colleagues.
Yes.
We've given you identification.
You're the detaining
numbers.
officer?
So we've told you who we are.
Yeah.
I'm DC 926 Joanne Bills. What is your full name and my office?
All right, hang on. Okay, I've heard what you said. I heard absolutely everything.
So what is your name, please?
Let me just respond to her 1 second, yeah? I've heard everything you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you the detaining officer, and which section are you detaining me under?
I'm detaining you under the Terrorism Act at this moment in time.
Which section?
Okay. Please give me your name. Are you fine to give me your name and address? Because the next step is to arrest you. It's as simple as that.
Hang on, okay. Which section?
Are you failing to give me your name?
Now pay close attention, because this is where their whole position starts to collapse. Section 43 of the Terrorism Act 2000 is being relied on here, but it's being completely misunderstood. That power allows an officer to stop and search someone only if they have reasonable grounds to suspect that person is a terrorist, and that the search will find evidence related to that. That's it, nothing more. There is no requirement anywhere in that legislation for a person to provide their name, address, date of birth, or any personal details at all. So when an officer starts demanding that information under Section 43, they're effectively making up conditions that don't exist in law. And just as importantly, the threshold to even use that power is extremely high. You need clear, objective grounds to suspect terrorism, not guesswork, not assumptions, and definitely not just someone standing outside a public building with a camera. That alone doesn't even come close to meeting the legal standard, and treating it as if it does shows a serious misuse of the power, law.
Officer, listen to what I'm saying.
She's
You need to tell me which section you detained me under.
I have asked you. You are acting suspiciously.
Okay.
I have a reason
I want
to question you
don't
about,
worry, yeah?
I have a reason to question you about it.
Yeah.
You don't need to challenge me, just simply give my colleague your name, your date of birth,
Okay.
and then we can find out more as to
All right, okay. At the moment, I need to know where I'm standing. Yeah? I am detained by a police officer, okay? I'm not free. Hang on, let me finish. I'm not free to go. You said you're detaining me under the Terrorism Act. I'm asking you which section are you detaining me under? That's it.
Look, are you refusing to get... Simple as this, okay? You've got 2 options. Give us your details, or you get arrested.
So, do I have to give you my details?
Yes.
Under which law?
And there it is, the moment it turns into a threat. Hand over your details or face arrest. The problem is, there's no legal footing for that at all. Section 43 of the Terrorism Act 2000 does not require you to provide your name or address, and it certainly doesn't create an offense for refusing to do so. That power simply isn't there. The only time officers can demand those details in this kind of context is under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002. And even then, it applies specifically to a uniformed officer dealing with antisocial behavior. Filming in public doesn't meet that threshold, and in this situation, the officer isn't even in uniform. So this isn't a misunderstanding of complex law, and it's a clear case of authority being overstated, using pressure and intimidation to get compliance where no legal requirement exists. Need clear. Objective grounds to suspect terrorism, not guesswork, not assumptions, and definitely not just someone standing outside a public building with a camera. That alone doesn't even come close to meeting the legal standard, and treating it as if it does shows a serious misuse of the power, law.
Under which law?
Under the policing law. If you refuse...
Under what?
If you refuse, I'll simply arrest you, not a problem.
Under which law?
Right there, I can take you round.
To give you details,
Yeah.
arrested or to ascertain your address and your name.
The Terrorism Act.
So what we want currently from yourself is your name and date of birth, just to run some checks.
Okay.
To make sure everything's fine. And that's,
all right.
other than that, if you don't give those details, we're going to have to arrest you
right.
under the Terrorism Act, because you're filming vehicles.
Yeah.
We have no understanding of why you're doing that. And by arresting, if you don't give details.
All right, okay. I am filming, around the police station, I did not, I was all on public land the whole time. Hang on, let me finish. The whole time, okay? I am filming, I'm not denying this. I told you I'm filming matters of public interest. I'm making a not a movie, like a video about the police. It's very difficult to make a video.
You're making a video about the police while you're filming personal vehicles.
I didn't film personal vehicle really. I filmed that.
At the police station, filming personal vehicles, what my colleagues told me.
Yeah.
It's not illegal to film personal vehicles.
No, but you're causing alarm and distress to some people.
No, I didn't. They caused me alarm distress by following me. Let me finish. Okay. Now, I am right now detained under the Terrorism Act. Okay. By this officer. She didn't tell me. Hang on.
And we just want to ask your.
Let me just
name and
finish.
date of birth.
I know you want to. She didn't tell me which section.
You don't need to know the section.
It's not the section.
That's not a piece of legislation we use often. So
Okay.
find the section if you want.
I will tell her which
You need to
section.
know it.
I think it's section 43.
Then you hear the officer questioning why he's filming personal vehicles, and you have to ask, why is that even being treated as an issue? Recording vehicles in a public place, even if they belong to police officers, isn't against the law in the UK. If something is visible from a public space, it can be filmed. That's a basic principle. So when an officer asks, why are you filming these vehicles? It subtly suggests wrongdoing when in reality there isn't any. There's no offense taking place here, no breach of any statute, just someone exercising a lawful right. Officers are expected to know the boundaries of the law they enforce, and that includes understanding that members of the public are allowed to film in public spaces, regardless of whether it makes them uncomfortable.
Make sure it's section 43. Okay, section 43 of the Terrorism Act does not require me to give you my name and address. Yeah, hang on, if you have reasonable... Hang on.
Are you refusing your name and address? Because the next step is simply to arrest
And
you.
the
Simple
code
as that.
and code G is to identify persons, and that will be
If
the
you-
reason for arresting
if you suspect
and
me
to
that-
interview you and to reason why you filmed.
If you suspect me that I'm a terrorist...
No, because you're refusing to give your name and address.
Yeah, but I ask you which...
We're asking your personal
Under the Terrorism
details.
Act?
We're asking you your personal details. You're refusing to give them.
I don't
so
have
you'll
to.
be arrested. So, you're under arrest. It's
Okay.
handcuffs, please. Keep covering for me. It's now 16:25 hours and you're under arrest. You don't say anything. It may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned. Something which you later on in court need to mention when questioned. Something which you later on in court need to do say maybe giving evidence.
All right, I'm not going to be aggressive, officer.
Just put your hands
When you're recording, I can put it into property brief.
Do you have to put me in cuffs? I can come peacefully.
I don't know who you are.
I'll come peacefully, officer.
I understand that, but I don't know who you are.
What it is, I try not to put on too tight.
I understand.
I'm a little bit
Do you want to end your
claustrophobic.
recording first?
Let's put it in there. You don't have to...
And this is where it escalates. She goes in for the arrest, claiming it's because officers felt alarmed and distressed. But that reasoning falls apart immediately. Under Section 24 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act 1984, an officer must have reasonable grounds to suspect an offense has been committed, and the arrest must also be necessary. Simply standing on a public pavement with a camera doesn't meet either of those requirements. There's no clear offense and no necessity that justifies taking someone into custody. Then there's the second issue, which is even more decisive. The Public Order Act 1986 is not designed to shield police officers from feeling uncomfortable while doing their job. Case law has consistently made it clear that officers, by the nature of their role, are expected to deal with pressure, scrutiny, and even confrontation. Saying we felt alarmed because he was filming has never been a lawful basis for arrest. And relying on that shows a serious misunderstanding of both the law and the limits of police powers. It makes them uncomfortable. What we've just watched is a police force completely losing control of its own powers. A detective on duty unable to identify the correct legal authority, threats of arrest based on a section that doesn't require any personal details, and then an actual arrest justified purely on officers claiming they felt uneasy, something that has never been a lawful basis in the first place. This led to 5 hours in a cell without charge, and even a request to contact a dependent being refused. It's clear the situation was being made up as it went along, rather than grounded in proper legal understanding. When officers know the law, encounters like this are over in moments. When they don't, they spiral into unlawful detentions and rights being ignored. And that's exactly why understanding your rights matters. It's the only real defense when authority is being overstated or misused. That's the reason behind creating the Know Your Rights Guide. So what stood out to you the most here? The misuse of terrorism powers, the refusal of a phone call, or the series of mistakes throughout? Share your thoughts below and subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Because at the end of the day, the law only works if you understand it.